Well, hello all. Alright, today's weather here in San Francisco, blue skies. Yesterday was 72, today's supposed to be 76. We're going back up in temperature as we go into winter. What is going on? Last night it got down to about 56, and it's already warm this morning. I'm overdressed, I'm kind of hot. It's rather t-shirt weather right now. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about the issue with outdoor farming. First of all, let's talk about the negatives of outdoor farming. First of all, soil erosion, removal of the natural environment that was there before, water pollution from chemicals being dumped on the land and seeping down into the aquifers, polluting them. So let's go back and talk about the erosion part. So every time a farmer goes out and plows his field and then discs it, and then puts in the rows and then plants the seed, about 4 passes on the land per year, minimal. So each time that happens, the ground is disturbed. So if there's any worms or bugs or any of the natural fauna that's inside the soil, which keeps it fluffy and well nourished, because they pass through the food that they eat into the soil, so they break down organic matter into the soil. Regular soil on average can grow about 1 inch per 100 years. Unfortunately, soil doesn't grow once it starts farming. There isn't enough material put on the land so it can rejuvenate itself for next season. So farmers start having to use pesticides and herbicides to get the plants that they want to grow there and keep all the unwanted plants away. And in this fashion, you wreck the soil. How much does farming wreck soil? Well, just farming alone takes about an inch off the soil every 10 years. However, there's so many things that can change that, such as hard rains when the soil's opened up and it just flows off down the hill. Windstorms can really erode soil badly, quickly. And don't forget that all the time that the soil is opened up, every time there's some wind or air movement, it can take soil away in the smallest amounts where you don't even see it. But day and night, the soil eventually erodes away. And you get depleted soil, which means more fertilizer, and more fertilizer going down into the soil and down into the aquifers. More herbicides, because the plants aren't that healthy, to keep the bugs off the plants from eating the plant. Now, let's talk about compaction. Natural soil is pretty soft, and when you walk on it, you have a gush. If you walk on it and it feels like you're walking on mushy stuff, then the soil's in good shape. If it's really rocky and hard, the soil's in bad shape. And unfortunately, every time a tractor or a heavy piece of equipment goes over it, it compacts the soil way down into the soil. Not just a few inches, but a few feet. And every year, it keeps getting more and more and more. I swear, I think there's a human right over here burrowing into the shrubbery. It's probably a homeless person who's just, who knows. Anyway, so that's the problem with using soil as a farming area. Soils are a living thing and need to be treated as so. Some soils will erode faster than others. Some will build faster than others, such as the Northwest. Soils in what's left of the forest grows very quickly because of the constant rain and moisture. And another interesting thing is that the bears that come out of the forest and get the fish in the fall, the salmon, eat the salmon, drag the salmon up into the woods, where then they eat the head and the tail and the skin and leave the rest to rot. Well, all those dead fish every year after year contribute to the fantastic topsoil of the Northwest, whereas the Midwest has all this wind constantly blowing, and there's constant wind and dust in the air from the erosion of this topsoil that's left in the Midwest. And let's not forget that the Midwest used to be 6 feet of black soil. Now they're down to less than a foot in some places. Getting closer. Now, the problem here with farming is that you take away the natural environment that was there before. Pretty much everything that doesn't fly can't really sustain itself in a cropland that's full of pesticides and herbicides. They start eating it and they'll get sick. So the plants and animals disappear in that area. And every time there's more and more farmland taken, it's less and less nature left. Now, another type of farming is livestock farming. Now that's a very, very erosive way of treating soil. Cattle will eat all the way down to the ground, and then their hooves will dig up the soil, which then will blow away in the wind, or wash away in the rains, or get trampled downhill from the cattle. So many reasons why we need to stop farming outdoors and bring it indoors and turn ourselves into vegetarians so we're not eating meat, so we don't have to worry about raising farm animals. You can always have small farms here and there, but these great big corporate mega farms are deadly to our planet in every way, shape, and form. Not only do they wreck the soil in your particular country, but they take over areas that used to have small farms. They price them out, and then they buy all the small farms and make big farms out of it, which then erode all the soil even faster. And you concentrate the wealth only at the top of the few farmers that are the super farmers, or the super corporations that farm. So there's so many reasons why we should be moving our farmland indoors instead of outdoors. I know that a lot of people don't agree with this because they think that nowadays indoor food, which you'd be surprised how much you're eating, doesn't taste good, but it does taste good. It's just that if you eat non-organic food, you're going to have trouble finding anything that actually has flavor to it. So I appreciate all your ups, downs, the new subscribers, and don't forget the comments. Until next time.